us in, babe.
Welcome to
Coco
Caliente.
Babe, have I told you recently how much I love and adore you?
No.
This woman in front of me is an angel, right? She has stuck by my side through these hard past 5, pushing 6 months now. So I've been in the State Police Academy, right? Michigan State Police Academy. And I've been gone all week. So Sunday around like 1 or 12 till Friday at like 7 p.m. Or actually Friday till like 10 p.m. or 11, I'm gone. And so she has really, really toughed it out. And I just want to say thank you.
Thanks for saying that.
I really do, because it is hard.
I'm proud of you for all of your hard work. I know it's difficult. I couldn't do what you're doing. But, I'm glad we don't have kids yet.
Yeah, that would be really hard.
Maintaining a house on your own is more difficult than I thought. And it's still a mess. Like, I'm trying to put up Christmas decorations.
I will give you this, though. A lot of times she has the house, like, really clean, like spotless. And then the weekend comes, and then I get here, and she wants to spend time with me, and then I get my stuff that I have to move around. And we move stuff around the house because we're doing stuff, and then basically I get here, and it's a mess, and then I leave.
Yeah, so then secretly he doesn't know, but I leave it a mess until like Friday morning. I'm like, ooh, I'll do my own thing. I do the dishes and stuff, but I don't pick up the stuff like the laundry and all that. I wait.
Well,
it's kind of nice.
You deceive me so well because the house is all picked up when I get here. And basically she doesn't stay here during the week, so she'll sleep at her parents' house just because no reason to sleep alone in the house.
Yeah, they have an extra, obviously my old bedroom.
Yeah. So that works out really well. But no, I really do appreciate it because you've toughed it out. And so, yeah, I do thank you for that. Also, exciting day for us. We're picking up a brand new vehicle.
Brand new car.
Because for me, so the car that I have now, it's probably, if you follow my journey from the beginning, you've seen it. It's a 2004 Honda Civic that I got in 2009. It has 208,000 miles on it.
We're officially adults.
Yeah, so now we're buying a new car, officially adults, and we needed one for the winters. All-wheel drive vehicle when we want to have kids next year, hopefully sometime. So,
well, after we get married.
Yeah, after we get married. So we needed a family vehicle.
Yeah, we went big. We told 7.
Yeah, and the thing is, because this is how I feel about it, right? Nicole said we need to get a family car, and immediately when I think family car, what do you think?
You think a minivan.
I think like a soccer mom car, right? Like a not so sleek.
Right.
Very just like, all right, we need all the safety features and we need to fit a lot of people. You might as well just get a minivan, And it's like, I don't want that, right? And then we weren't going to spend a bunch of money on a car that just fits 5 people because that's what we have already, 5 people, even though it's smaller cars. So the compromise was, any vehicle that we get is going to be like a crossover SUV with the sport package on it.
Yeah.
The sport package for me, the crossover SUV part, so you have all the space that we need.
That's a nice car.
So, well, maybe we'll post it, maybe we don't, but we're really excited because we picked that up today.
But yeah, and our guest today is... Should I jump into the guest already?
Go
fine?
For it, yeah.
Is Kathryn Dunn from Big Brother 21. We want to get the scoop on her, relationships. I'm not
relationships with an S.
Yeah. And yeah, just to chat with her. She was she was very fun to watch on Big Brother in the Diary Room.
I will admit, I'm going into this interview blind because I didn't have time to watch Big Brother, but I also do enjoy going into this interviews, the ones that we do blind. I like that you do that
too, because we learn things. We don't just talk Big Brother.
Yes.
We learn a lot of other things, and asking the questions that maybe listeners don't know is perfect.
Yeah, so you and me have a good yin-yang thing going on with these interviews, so it works perfect. So we really hope you guys enjoy.
Hey, Kat, what's up?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey,
gosh, it's so weird hearing y'all's voice.
Why?
Because y'all are like celebrities to me.
Oh my gosh.
It's so weird. Wow. Hey.
Don't make me go into my spiel about how low on the list of celebrities that we are. But yes, we do not. Trust me, we do not feel like celebrities.
I love it. We all are.
Yeah. Well, so thank you so much for coming on Coco Caliente. We're happy to have you.
Of course. Thanks for having me.
And where are you at right now? Are you in Texas?
I'm in Dallas. Yeah.
Okay, nice.
Is that where you're originally from?
Yep. Born and raised. Where are y'all located? Are y'all on the East Coast?
Yeah, we're Michigan.
We are.
Okay, nice.
Yeah,
I guess I knew that.
Yeah. We're mid. Well, I'm a transplant Midwesterner, but yes, we are Midwesterners.
I love it.
So, just tell us about yourself, right? So let's play a game where nobody knows who anybody is here right now.
Okay.
Right? And we're going to start from the beginning. So you said you were born and raised in Dallas. So tell us a little bit about that. What was that like?
Gosh, whenever people like tell me like, oh, tell me about yourself, then I like forget who I am. I'm like, I don't know anything about myself. Wow, I actually already forgot the question. Man, this is already off to a really great start.
No, that's fine. It is.
I forgot who I was.
It's such a general question that I think it's hard. So maybe we can be more specific.
Let me.
It's honestly really not that hard. I think I'm just kind of an idiot sometimes.
So maybe we don't even have to go back that far. So before Big Brother, like, what were you doing? Who were you? Leading up to that point that even happened.
Mm-hmm.
I was working in marketing. So I've been working in marketing for years. I graduated from Baylor University, danced for the Dallas Mavericks, and then I kind of used that as a segue to get into sports broadcasting and sports media. And while I was kind of in front of the camera and working behind the scenes, I realized that I actually really loved like the entertainment aspect of sports and kind of the marketing aspect. Mm-hmm. So I used that as a segue to then go into marketing for different companies, worked for a marketing agency here in Dallas. And then ever since leaving Big Brother, it was kind of a good stepping stone to kind of go off on my own. So ever since I left, I've just been doing marketing on my own.
Oh, nice.
Okay, and so
everything's a journey.
Yeah, everything is a journey. And let's backtrack a little bit because you said you were doing podcasting.
No, not podcasts. I was doing, can you imagine me on a podcast listening to my voice? I'd be so bad. But no, I was doing like on-camera work. So I worked for Time Warner Cable Sports. I also worked for a morning show here in Dallas. So yeah, not podcasts yet, but maybe in the future. I mean, that's kind of like the new thing, which is really fun.
Okay, so for Christmas, I got my mom this beautiful ring. It's 18 karat gold that says, "I love you, Mama." And I got it from Noemi. Noemi believes that luxury jewelry doesn't have to be overpriced because it is very hard to find exactly what you're looking for, that it's genuine, it's like, different, unique, and it's dainty, and it's priced well. So you can save an average of 50% compared to other luxury brands because Noemi cuts out the middleman to deliver exceptional fine jewelry without the traditional retail markups. You can personalize with engravings and even order custom designs, which is really, really cool. I love ordering personalized things. At Noemi, everyone gets the friends and family treatment. So they all get like that discount because they can afford to, because they cut out the middleman. You can read the thousands of 5-star reviews if you're debating on whether you want to, order from Noemi or you're looking for someone special. You can return any order for a full refund, even engraving and custom designs. It's literally an entirely risk-free experience. They give you certificates to guarantee authenticity, and you can use flexible payment options if that's something you're interested in too. So if you're looking for jewelry for someone special, go to hellonoemi.com/Coco, COCO, to see their collections and get $50 off your first purchase with promo code Coco, COCO. Just go to HELLO, Noemi, NOEMIE.com/COCO, and don't forget to use the promo code Coco, COCO, for $50 off your first purchase.
So how does one go from, because, okay, let's not lie here. When people go to college and they go to business school and then you see somebody in communications, right? Because
it's totally just so you can get your degree.
Yeah, exactly. And
no, I can admit that.
Okay, so good. And then, so how does one then make that transition? Is it, because it has to, especially, it seems like it's a very competitive market, right? Because it seems like a very, quote unquote, fun job, right? To be. Yeah. So how does that even happen?
Well, I guess the thing that I learned about college is that it's D for diploma. And not really. I mean, that's horrible. Kids don't listen to me. But really, I mean, so I went to college and I majored in fashion merchandising and business, and it was so hard. And I was like, okay, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to be a fashion designer, which obviously that didn't work out. So I just wanted to get kind of a broad degree, and communications is kind of like the business degree for people who like to talk, I guess. I don't know if they say that, but I say that. So yeah, I just realized that if you get your college degree, that opens the door for so many opportunities. So, and I really just hustled my way through. I mean, I was able to use, Dallas Mavericks dancing as a segue into a career, which a lot of girls don't do just because they don't hand you the opportunities on a silver platter. It's something that if you utilize it and you are able to make an opportunity from it, then you can absolutely, use that as a segue into the next thing. But I've always been pretty smart about kind of keeping my eye on the bigger picture and realizing that there's a small timetable for everything. So I'm always trying to look at, the next big thing. So everything's connected in a strange way, but everything that I've done is somehow leading to the other. Like, dancing led to broadcasting, which led to marketing, which then somehow led to being on Big Brother. And then now I'm just kind of seeing where Big Brother is going to lead me next.
So then how did you end up on Big Brother from all that?
So I was recruited, and I know that's kind of taboo to say. And honestly, I don't even really know if I'm allowed to say that.
No, I know a lot of a lot of people are recruited. To be honest, about half a season.
Yeah, and I know that that's taboo because I know that the super fans always hate their recruits.
No, they should enjoy it because, being a super fan in the house, I enjoyed the recruits because they really, honestly didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
But because of that, and I did everything that I do, I live and breathe, and I jump in like full-heartedly.
Right.
And I didn't want to be that recruit that came in and was just like an idiot. And I still came in and was kind of like an idiot, but
no,
I did actually study the game so much. So there were so many things that I knew. Like I knew more of even like the super fans. Like Christy didn't even know what Dan's funeral was, and I did. And then yesterday, me and Nick were talking, and he didn't know that Dr. Will hadn't won any comps. Like there were little things that were like small little Big Brother tidbits of history that I had studied because I had looked up articles about the best players in Big Brother history, the worst players. I had binge watched as many seasons as I could.
Nice.
I wanted to do the game justice and not just come in and be that like, I'm here for TV because I wanted to win.
Right.
But yeah, so and honestly, at first I wasn't going to tell anyone that I was a recruit, like the fans and whatnot, because I kind of knew enough to know that they would hate me if they knew I was a recruit. But CBS on my profile online, they put the answers that you put on your initial application.
Yeah, verbatim.
And one of the questions, and one of the questions that they put, because I guess they thought it was going to shed me in the best light, was like, who's your favorite Big Brother player in history? And then my answer, because I was an idiot, I was like, I don't watch the show, but like, Dan seems cool. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I was like,
I didn't know that you were a recruit watching the show. I thought you knew what you were doing, and at least you studied it. I mean, there's recruits that show up and they're just like, wait, what's going on?
I know, exactly. And I didn't want to be that person. Like, if I was going to spend the time to be on Big Brother and try to like, I didn't want to look like an idiot and then go out the first week, which I almost did. So
how does I did too? Almost my second season.
That seems Nicole. Yeah,
almost, and I won HOH.
The coconuts competition, very ironic.
Oh, I love it.
Anyways, were you recruited? Because my friend, like Victoria, was recruited in a bar. Were you recruited when you were working? When you were out with your friends?
I was recruited off Instagram.
Oh, dang. Yeah, Instagram is like a good place.
Like slid in my DMs, and I was like, okay, sure.
That's so cool. And you have a big personality. So that's really good. You got everything.
Yeah, I don't really know if they knew what they were getting themselves into exactly. But, because, I guess my personality does kind of show or at the time it did kind of show on my Instagram, but I think that maybe they were trying to fit. I really think that when they cast me, they were trying to fit the bill of like, I don't know, like the pretty Southern girl from Texas. Not saying that I'm pretty, but
you are like, pretty. And there is always I feel like there's always somebody from Texas. Always.
Yeah. So I think that they were definitely trying to fit that stereotype. And then when I got into the house, they realized that like, oh, I'm actually like, I don't really consider myself as that kind of kind of girl.
Great TV. Well, you are great TV. One of my favorites to watch. In the diary room,
I appreciate that.
You nailed it. They were always, I'm always like, what's she going to say? And you're very brutally honest and like fun to watch. But how did you know? So you were into, you said dancing, right? Okay. So, and Holly was into pageants. So how did you two know each other?
Oh, I was in pageants as well.
Oh, you were?
So,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, I never won, and Holly did, huh? But, so Holly competed in Wyoming, and I competed in Colorado, which in the USA system are sister pageants. Okay. So, there was a couple years that I was competing in Colorado, and Holly was like the chaperone for me for that week.
Oh,
so
okay.
I didn't like know her. It was more of like I guess I looked up to her as a place of, like one of the former queens, and was always like, a chaperone during the week. She was a person of importance. But so it was crazy to me. I saw her at the casting finals, and I hadn't seen her in like years.
Weird.
And so I didn't know if it was her or not. Because she looked different, because we all look different, years later. So I remember thinking, like, I think that's Holly. I think that's just Wyoming. And I was too scared to, like, do anything about it, because I didn't want to reach out to her and then be her, because you're not allowed to. There's like this contract that says, like, in all caps, do not reach out to any potential house guests or you'll be disqualified.
Right.
So I knew that there was a chance that she'd be on the show. But I didn't want to, like, reach out and be like, hey, are you on the show? And then she'd be like, excuse me, casting.
Excuse me.
So it was a fun surprise to see her actually in the house.
That is so crazy to go in there and just kind of know. Like, that happened so much on season 21. There was Christy, Tommy, you, and Kat, and then kind of Ovi and Jackson kind of knew of each other.
But that just kind of happened on a whim. It wasn't planned.
No, and I thought it should be a twist or something.
I mean, okay, I'm sorry. Was Tommy and Christy planned, or was it not? I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not trying to throw any stones or anything. But that's just crazy.
It is.
When we found out that Christy's girlfriend, or ex-girlfriend, who didn't even talk about the whole season, was actually Tommy's aunt, it was like, I wasn't even mad, because I was so impressed that they even pulled that off.
Right.
But yeah, I definitely felt like I was on the Truman Show. Like, I don't know. And I guess, like, it really is a small world, and so many people, especially with social media these days, like, everyone follows everyone from all around the country and the world. And I guess the chances of you running into someone on a reality show are really, I don't know, are more common than you think.
Right. No, I think that now with social media being bigger, and then them recruiting off of social media, people that are pretty with lots of followers, and people, want to see what their style is, etc. It's getting to be like that. But on both of my seasons, I didn't know anybody. I knew Pauly the second season, and obviously the vets, but there was no connections, I don't think. Now I feel like when people play, it's going to be in the back of their mind. Does somebody secretly know each other? But yeah, I didn't know how close you and Holly really were, because they made it such a big deal on the show, saying that you guys went to Stagecoach or something together.
I know, and that's the biggest disappointment of the whole thing, is that we didn't go to Stagecoach together. But I don't know. I know that we were both at Stagecoach.
Yeah,
but we weren't there together.
And I was probably there that year too. I think it was a year that I went.
2017.
I don't know.
2017.
No, I went in 2019.
Oh, okay.
So it was recent. So they were really freaking out.
I know, yeah. And I was like, and it was so funny, because everyone was like, y'all went to Stagecoach together, and I was saying, no, we didn't. And I was telling the truth, because we didn't. But in my head, I was like, y'all, we didn't go to Stagecoach together, but we went to a pageant together. But I don't know. It was just, who knows? And then there's no way that you can ever get that out of someone's head. So I was doomed. But it's okay.
So one of my favorite companies ever is called Function of Beauty, and it's a shampoo and conditioner company where you get to literally make your own shampoo and conditioner.
It's so awesome.
It's
I
brilliant.
love it so much. It was the best idea ever.
I know. I wish I would have thought of it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of makes you think, we all don't have the same hair, so why are we all buying the same shampoo and conditioner and expecting the results we want?
Literally, like most drugstore brands, they only address like a single hair concern, like volumize or color protection. And ultimately, you have to like choose between one or the other, which makes Function of Beauty more awesome, because you can literally have like 5 hair goals in your formula.
Yeah, you do. You get to pick 5. You get to pick the colors. You get to pick the scents. And if you want dye-free, if you want unscented, that's a complete option.
There's literally 54 trillion possible combinations that you can make. So they have everything on the spectrum for you.
And it's 100% vegan and cruelty-free, which That's only things that I buy nowadays. So anyways, and it's the internet's #1 rated customizable hair care brand.
26,000 5-star customer reviews and counting.
My results are great. I have the color protectant right now. It's the purple shampoo. Love it. Victor has his own formula. How do you feel?
I know, it's great. I love the smell.
You have no hair
I
right
love
now,
the
though.
feel. I know, but it's still great.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I use it even though I have little hair. That goes to show you how much I like it. And what's awesome is our listeners receive 20% off of their first order. And to redeem, go to functionofbeauty.com/Coco and take their hair quiz.
Go to functionofbeauty.com/COCO to get 20% off your custom formula. You'll love it. Okay, so going into the house, you're looking around, and what are you thinking? Like, you're looking at all the other people. Are you trying to are you wanting a showmance? Are you wanting, what are you looking for in an ally? What's your game plan?
I'll be real honest. I was so nervous that first day. Mm-hmm. I think I blacked out because I don't remember, a lot of people. I hear a lot of my other house guests say how, when they entered the house, it was such a vivid memory and it was the best day of their life. And don't get me wrong, it was a really good day for me. Mm-hmm. But I totally blacked out. And I feel like it was the longest day of my life. I barely remember anything or any first impressions. Mm-hmm. So no wonder everyone thought I was weird because I probably was. But to answer the rest of your questions, I guess I immediately felt like I was connected to Holly because I guess since I felt familiar with her, it was kind of I guess a weight off my shoulders. Cause I thought, okay, her and I, at least we run in the same, we kind of run in the same circles. So if she's anything like me, I'm not going to do anything to screw her over because then I have to deal with my friends out in the real world who are our mutual friends. I guess there was a feeling of, I kind of felt like we unspokenly had each other's back. Mm-hmm. So that was nice. I wasn't looking for a showmance, but I don't know. I have 4 failed showmances right now. So we'll see how that turned out. But yeah, so I don't know. I mean, it was just kind of I also, when I walked into the house, I didn't realize, and maybe I did as much research as I could, except for this. I didn't realize or didn't click with me that those were the only people I was going to see for the next 100 days. Mm-hmm. I really didn't, I knew it, but I didn't really think of the magnitude of that.
Yeah.
It was just a really crazy feeling looking back on it. And now, I mean, y'all know how it is. All of those people are my family. So it's really crazy how that one day of moving in, I blacked out. Now, I mean, it was such an important, kind of life-altering day.
Mm-hmm.
Are they really your family?
Their season's closed.
We're very dysfunctional.
Okay, because I don't know. I have
Victor had
one good friend.
You had that 18 was a weird season because 16 were a big family.
I'm not saying that I hate anybody. I would never say that, right? Because I'm far beyond that. I'm too old to hold grudges, right?
I think I have people from my season I hate.
Yeah. But no, I just have one really good friend that I keep in touch with, and that's Paul. You know what I mean? So I can be realistic about that. So
and me.
Yeah.
Well, you're my fiance, obviously. That goes without saying.
I've heard that season 21. I mean, there's definitely a divide between the pre-jurors and the post-jurors, just because when you make jury, me and Jack, because we were the first 2 in jury, we spent literally every day of the summer together. Mm-hmm. So of course, we're close just because we know each other on such a deeper level. And of course, with everyone else too, but all the people that were kind of gone pre-jury, they're all really close, and then we're all really close. And I hear that we're a lot closer than any other season. But yeah, it's very dysfunctional. And I guess the only thing I can say is that, is from my standpoint, there's a lot of things that I know that people said about me. And, of course they were talking shit. They were trying to evict me and whatever.
What?
But at the same time,
people don't do that to evict people.
Right? Yeah. But at the same time, I was kind of doing the same thing to them. So I'm not really going to point it at, I'm not going to call them out on it.
No, go ahead, call them out.
I want to
know exactly what it is.
Yeah.
No, I get
so we
it.
just kind of all forgive and forget and move on, and we are a family.
That's the one advice that anybody that's ever going into the show. Obviously, if somebody says something personal, that's one thing, right? Talk about family or something that has nothing to do with the show. Yeah, that's one thing. But talking just straight up game stuff and maybe saying things about that person's attributes that might get them evicted. you just got to let that stuff go by the wayside once you get out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also I know that we're all locked in the house. We like haven't seen daylight for 3 days.
Yeah.
And we're all kind of, tensions are running high. So there's a lot of things that I said, just like kind of out of frustration and boredom and, whatever. So I don't know. I kind of every once in a while like go on Twitter and I like search my name to like see like what people were saying about me this summer because I don't know. I guess like I'm a glutton for punishment. And then I'll like see like conversations that people had. So then I'll like screenshot it and send it to them and be like, haha. I'm kidding. I don't really do that. But, and it's definitely
the one thing,
definitely a crazy relationship with everyone.
And the one thing is for me is like being an alumni, I don't say anything mean about any house guests because I've been there. And you don't want to come out and you don't want alumni saying, I mean, they were crazy. There's a lot of people saying a lot of things this season.
There is alumni that say bad things.
And then they'll delete it because then you guys are out of the house. One thing that I would give advice to you is to not really talk crap for the likes, the retweets, the attention, because you're going to really hurt somebody's feelings, and when they come out, you might actually be best friends with them.
Yeah, you might actually like them.
Right. So I just want anybody listening that even maybe is on Big Brother, don't take offense. There were people I came out to, and they were writing articles about my gameplay, and then now they want to be best friends. It's like, I don't forget that. So I know. It's hard to forget.
That is something that we've kind of talked about a little bit is because, and I get it because, me more than anyone, I get kind of giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
But I also think that, you can do that, in a very,
You can do it in a classy way without cutting. Yeah, you can.
But, yeah, there was a lot of shit talking about our season, but also rightly so. But, yeah, we kind of did see that coming out. And it was a little bit of a shock because we didn't realize... I don't know. I guess we all kind of look up to former house guests. So then I think that once we saw what they were really thinking about us, we were like, oh, well, crap.
Oh, no.
Speaking of which, okay, so this wasn't even talking crap, so I'm not, holding this against him at all.
Uh-huh.
But Tyler Crispin tweeted his predictions for the season, and he tweeted that I was going to be the first one out. And I was like, damn, Tyler, you're going to do me like that? But he wasn't talking crap. I think it was based on first impressions. So I was like, okay, whatever. I'll give you that.
Yeah, no. And I don't think he's one that would really talk crap because I think you just after now you're alumni. So now you're going to see, but even when I went back in, if they're just going to want to talk crap, they're going to talk crap too. So, it's just, I just didn't do it because I just didn't like it being done to me,
I know.
And people are like, what are you thinking? Come on, you're sticking up for... Oh, now you're this because you're not saying anything mean about, when everyone was mad at Jackson. I'm like, I am not partaking in this. If you can't say anything nice and don't say anything at all, I'm not going to sit here and feed into what you guys want me to say. And then I started feeling bad because I was like, oh my God, they're thinking that I'm okay with behavior because I'm not standing against it, but I just go silent. I'm not saying anything. So, anyways, I just wanted to get that out there.
I think that's actually a good approach to have because some people, it's kind of like politics or sometimes people just want an escape from it and they want to go look at a Big Brother recap and they don't want to see all the negativity. They want to see kind of a non-biased, game, analyzing the player and not, not clouded by the different biases or, and maybe some things are warranted, maybe they're not. But I think that people do like to see a point of view with no negativity. So it's good.
And I wasn't a live feeder this season. I was just a casual viewer, watching it on TV. And so I wouldn't know what's people are saying. And so then if I tweet something positive about someone that the public doesn't like, next thing you know, I'm being attacked. And I'm just like, dude, chill out. I'm being attacked for saying something nice about, it was just crazy. The season.
Did you not see him throw out the cookie dough?
Yeah, the season was crazy.
Hence and therefore, I really dislike social media for that respect. People hide behind
Twitter's a bad place.
Twitter, Victor, you like
Instagram is great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Instagram. I just hate Twitter. It's just, I don't know. There's a bunch of trolls on there. It's something nasty.
I don't know. Yeah, I used to just like before I went in the house, I only followed like sports accounts and like funny accounts. Mm-hmm. So I was like, I love Twitter. And then I get out and I was like, oh wait, there's a different side of Twitter that I didn't know about.
Yeah, the dark side.
Yeah.
So I know Nicole's really open about her anxiety and how she deals with that. And everybody has something that they're going through, and they might not want to share it, with everyone. It's something that's very private, and that's why there's BetterHelp. So BetterHelp is an online environment that helps you connect with professional counselors in a safe and private online space, and it's so convenient. They have 3,000 U.S. licensed therapists across all 50 states, and they cover depression, stress, relationships, sleeping, anxiety, grief, self-esteem. They can communicate via text, chat, phone, and video, and you can start communicating in under 24 hours. And everything you share is confidential. And if you're not happy with the counselor for any reason, you can request a new one for no additional charge. And they also have it available on your desktop, mobile web, Android, and iOS apps. Also, financial aid is available for those who qualify. Best of all, with us, our code, Coco Caliente listeners can get 10% off your first month with discount code Coco. That's COCO. So why not get started today? Go to betterhelp.com/Coco. Simply fill out a questionnaire to help them assess your needs. Get matched with a counselor you'll love. That's betterhelp.com/Coco.
So now, okay, so you get into the jury house. And
so, yeah, I'm a little interested about, you said 4 failed showmances, okay?
Actually, was it 4? I don't even know. I don't
know.
Can you explain that?
I don't know.
Just elaborate that for me just a little bit.
I think it was only 3, like if you count Brett as a showman.
Oh, yeah, she was in love with Brett Robinson from season 20. So she would always shout out. Has he gotten a hold of you, by the way?
No, I think he hates me. I think that came on.
I was
way
thinking,
too strong.
Really? He didn't tweet at you or anything?
No.
What?
I mean, he never added me, but he definitely tweeted about me, and I don't know if it was good.
Oh my gosh, I loved watching you mention his name, and I was like, he is so going to tweet at her, slide in her DMs, something.
Turns out he has a girlfriend.
Oh, he does? Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry, Brett. I did not know that.
And also, I kind of know her too, because she's also a pageant girl. And I didn't know they were dating. But
whoops. Okay, that makes sense now.
I know.
I hope he didn't slide into your DM.
I thought he was single.
Exactly, yeah. So don't worry, Madison. He's a good guy. But so I think that maybe the fact that he had a girlfriend, I was shouting him out. And I don't know. I mean, it just wasn't really a good look.
Okay,
I guess.
so then what would be the other 2 then?
Well, of course, we all saw what happened with Jackson. Mm-hmm. And, I mean, I do know...
Wait, time out.
Victor did not watch the season.
He was,
because he's been in the state
Victor,
police...
let me walk you through
the state police academy, so he hasn't been able to be home.
Yeah,
I saw that. Congratulations.
Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. So, now, walk me through this ever-so-obvious Jackson relationship that I missed.
Well, it really wasn't obvious, because so many things. And I know that I'm people are going to be we saw everything. And y'all did. But we really were never in a quote unquote showmance. He was someone that I immediately clicked with right off the bat going into the house. He reminds me of a lot of my friends back home. Mm-hmm. And we just kind of instantly connected, and he was my number one ally on the first day.
Okay.
And, when you have that kind of chemistry or just kind of, people were kind of putting us in the showmance category. Mm-hmm. But then he was interested in Holly. So it was really kind of awkward for a second because it was the love triangle. And it was tricky because it could have easily been portrayed as a really awkward love triangle. Mm-hmm. And maybe it did. Again, I haven't watched the show, but
I don't think it was.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as that happened, I love Holly, and I love them together. Mm-hmm. So I didn't want it to be any kind of Kathryn's mad at Holly because she stole her man, or anything like that. So I hope that it was portrayed that I was absolutely shipping that relationship. But
you seemed like you really did, and you really liked Holly, and you never said anything bad. Yeah.
Yeah. But then again, I guess that was, if you watch the show, that would be considered a failed showmance. And then of course David was in the house, and he got banished, the first day, but then he came back and was in camp, come back for 3 weeks. And him and I really hit it off. We really got along well, and we hung out a lot. And oh my gosh, someone emailed me an hour-long video of me and David's interactions set to like romantic music.
Oh my gosh.
It was
too
the
bad he
best.
left so soon. I feel like he would have been a good player to watch.
So-
I know. I would. Yeah. If he would have come back, we definitely would have aligned. And who knows? Maybe the bottom feeders could have. Well, I guess we did kind of rise to be victorious, but it would have been an entirely different game had he come back. Mm-hmm. So that would have been exciting. But maybe they'll bring him back for a comeback season or something. But yeah. So of course, like we were, I guess, considered to be also another failed showmance.
And then you went to Jury House and... Oh, wait, Vic, okay.
Yeah. So I wouldn't be a good podcaster had I not done any research beforehand. Yeah, and that's part of our job. So it behooves me to ask about what Nicole was about to get to, the possible Nic relationship in the Jury House. Was that something?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was something. I mean, so it was really shocking to everybody, I think, because when we were in the house, like, I really could not stand Nic at all. I thought that, because I guess I thought that I had him all figured out. Mm-hmm. I knew that flirting was a part of his gameplay. Mm-hmm. And so I guess because of that, I always was kind of on guard whenever he would talk to me and like flirt with me, because I was like, he's just doing this for gameplay. He thinks that this is what I want to hear. Mm-hmm. And also, like, he did also form an alliance to get me booted out of the game. So, of course, that happened, and I wasn't happy about that. But in my exit interview with Julie, I really didn't say good things about him.
And also, he told Bella that he loved her in the house.
Oh, I know, yeah.
So you were like,
it's all very complicated.
Plus, he has, someone else. So you were like, we're definitely not going there at that point, right?
Yeah. So, and I don't know. And then even he's going to get mad at me for even saying, he's actually in the other room right now. He's visiting me.
We could have had him on.
I know, we should have.
Had I known, we could have.
But no, he's visiting me in Dallas this week.
Have you heard about the company making stylish shoes for women and girls out of recycled plastic water bottles?
I still think that's crazy.
It is. Well, they're called Rothy's, and their shoes are crazy comfortable, fully machine washable. They're perfect everyday shoes for life on the go. They go with everything from yoga pants to dresses to skirts. They come in so many different colors, prints, patterns, and also different styles like sneakers, loafers, points, and more.
I'll give you a fun fact, though, and it'll blow your mind. So that repurposed plastic water bottles, they've already diverted over 35 million water bottles from landfills.
That's amazing.
That's a lot.
And plus, Rothy's always comes with free shipping, free returns, and exchanges. No risk, no worries, no reason not to try. I have the pointed toe ones called like Big Cat. So it's kind of like the cheetah prints.
Oh, yeah. I've seen those. Yeah, you wear those all the time.
Yeah. So if you want to try Rothy's, and check out the amazing styles right now, because their styles do change and they do sell out. I did notice that when I was looking online. Go to rothys.com, rothys.com/Coco, COCO, to get your favorite new flats. They're comfortable, stylish, sustainable. These are the shoes that you've been waiting for. Head to rothys.com/Coco today.
But yeah, so when he got to jury, I remember every week they were like, who do you not want to see? And I was like, I don't want to see Nic because I don't want to hang out with him. And then he like shows up and I like cried. And I was like, I don't want to hang out with him. Anyways,
that's so crazy.
But then he apologized for everything. And he cried, I cried. And we stayed up like all night kind of like talking everything out and really getting to know each other. And we really connected on, a deeper level. And I kind of was understanding maybe the things that I didn't quite understand before that had turned me off about him. And I got to know a different side of him outside of the house that I really, really loved. And I don't know. I mean, when you go through that kind of stuff, when you go through Big Brother with people, I mean, of course, y'all know how it is.
I have no idea. I would never date anybody or
right?
Big Brother.
You experience everything on such a deeper emotional level that you connect with everybody, I mean, it's even the people that I don't like in the house, I still have love for.
Yeah.
So me and Nick's relationship really blossomed, and we talk every single day. He's the person I talk to most out of the house. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. There's so many people that do what?
So he's there now. So are you guys dating, or are you just guys like hanging out, or what's the?
I mean, it's 2019. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's like dating really like I don't know.
Hanging out. You're hanging out.
We're definitely like we're definitely like he's like my. I don't know. I mean,
you have a feeling you'd be sad if he just went up and like dated someone else, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
Let's not call them
also,
feelings.
I don't know, because I am kind of like a dude when it comes to stuff like that. So like I also feel like if he wants to go date someone else, and like have at it. But I don't think he's going to.
Yeah.
But we're really having a lot of fun. Just getting to know each other like out in the real world, and because even though you do get to know each other on a deeper level in the Big Brother house, I mean, you don't have to experience things like going to the grocery store together.
Right.
Paying bills, stresses of, finances. So we're still, of course, like getting to know each other outside of the house, but I don't know, but I really like him a lot. And there's so many people that, of course, like it is a little bit of a controversial relationship because of all the Bella stuff. And the fact that people are like, I thought you hated him in the house. And, it's a very controversial relationship, and people either ship us so hard and they want us to work, or they hate us, but they're equally as passionate about it. So I don't know. It's kind of.
I feel like that's how it is for all showmances. So it's not any different.
Yeah.
Yeah. People are. Yeah. Some of them are. So I also lurked the Reddit threads because I'm a glutton for punishment.
It's another bad place.
It's kind of funny to like see what people say.
Yeah.
And there was a thread the other day about me and Nick, and someone like wrote like, I don't know how people aren't more outraged about this. And I was like, okay, first of all, why would anyone be outraged about my personal relationship?
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like I'm Kim Kardashian, but.
Hey, at least you're handling it really well. It sounds like you're not letting it affect you, and you have a very bubbly personality, and you're just like, I don't care.
Yeah, as long as you don't grab like a fifth of something and just read it and then have like a terrible night, that's different.
Yeah. Okay, so as I used to be like that. So, of course, I mentioned that I used to compete in pageants. When I competed in pageants, there were these things called the Voy forums that people would go on, and they could you didn't even have to have an account to post. They could literally just anonymously go on these message boards and just talk shit. And they were pageant girls and their moms, which are the worst. So and that was when I was like ages 16 to 27. So I had 10 years of just reading these Voy forums, and it used to crush me.
No.
And I used to, really,
would they just call people out by name and just like say stuff about them?
Like they would. Yeah. Like I remember there's, the hardest thing that I ever went through was when I was 18, I kind of had a little bit of body dysmorphia. So I weighed probably 110 pounds soaking wet. I was always anxious. I was scared to eat because I was, competing in pageants and I wanted to look good. And of course I wasn't quite comfortable with my body yet. So I tell everyone that I was truly accidentally anorexic. And it was a horrible thing looking back on. And I could talk more about that all day, but I don't want to like bring down the mood of the conversation. But that was something that definitely happened in my life and made me who I am today. But of course, when I reached the age of like 21, I was kind of getting over that whole thing. I was becoming more comfortable with my body. I was gaining weight, and I had to go through all of that in kind of the public eye of pageants.
Dang.
Where, your body is kind of like on display. So people were always, they would post pictures and they'd be like, this was Kathryn a month ago and this is her now. And it was like me, like 30 pounds heavier. And it was,
that's so hard.
And it was so hard to deal with at the time because I was, I was in college and I didn't know why people were like making my body such a subject to talk about. And they didn't realize that I was actually dealing with things that, and I didn't even realize it at the time, things were very dangerous, like a slight eating disorder, but it was something that I had to deal with and people were talking about, and it was very, I guess, controversial. So seeing people say that kind of stuff about me and growing up with it and having it like embedded in my brain, and I don't know. I mean, long story short, the Reddit threads can say whatever they want about me because I can handle anything.
That's
because
awesome.
I've truly been through the worst.
That thick
and
skin.
then, of course, like in Do what?
That thick skin. It gave you thick skin, and now it's it just bounces off.
Yeah, the thickest. Yeah. So, there's nothing that
I love it. I love like that you're just like, yeah. I mean, it was hard to definitely go through that, but now it's kind of... you're just like, hey, you can say, I'll laugh at what you're saying.
Well, and that's just how it should be, right? You go through tough things, not just to remember the tough thing forever and it just be a completely negative thing, right? If you grow from it, which you did, now it benefited you, right? So
I mean, and I'm so glad that I did go through that, because now, I mean, with the audience of Big Brother, it's people all around the world, really, that are
judging
that are picking
you,
apart
critiquing
and judging
you.
me.
Yeah,
but and it's of course it's on a much bigger level. But because I went through that in like even the small pageant community at the time, I thought that was everything, and it was something that was so crushing. But I was really able to learn from. So had I not gone through that, I don't know how I would have handled this Big Brother quote unquote fame, because it is hard to see things online about me that I mean. I don't know. Actually, I guess I'm the worst person now to say it, because I've kind of used it as a way of, I mean, the haters do keep you relevant. So if they're going to go out of their way to talk about you, then it's like, okay, like, who's really winning here?
Yeah, no, for sure. When I wake up to see mean comments, I'm like, it's been 5 years. I'm still on your mind. What the heck?
Oh, I know. Oh, so then also, not only are like the pageant girls and the pageant moms savage as hell, but also the dance community. Oh, I know.
That's what I was going to ask you.
The moms, I feel like, would be so mean.
No, so I used to be, I say I used to be really smart. Now I just don't really care. But I used to know how to look up IP addresses. So I would look up, like, whenever people would say something mean about me on these boy forums, I would look up their IP address and figure out who they are. Because then you could like connect them with their social media and, find out the numbers would connect, whatever. So many times it would trace back to the person's mom. And I was like, these moms are crazy.
Yeah. There was a time, and I was in high school, and we have a small high school. It was 64. My graduating class was 64. And so that means there's like half of those are girls. And then homecoming court's coming. And a mom of one of the girls who was just like, there was two sisters, and they were just the meanest girls to me. And I was good at sports. They hated it. I was smart. They hated it. And so their mom spread a rumor that I already had bought in a dress because I knew I was getting on court. And
well, did you?
And no, I didn't. I actually borrowed one last minute to even prove the freaking point that I didn't. But I was like, this mom is just spreading this. I had to bring it up at volleyball. I was like, this is awkward. But I have to call this person's mom out. And I'm just like I'm like 17 years old. And I'm like, God, this is just for little high school things. I can't even imagine pageants where it's like so competitive.
Oh, I know. Yeah. And hopefully my mom's never been. She doesn't really know how to write on the message boards anyway. So I know that she's not one of those moms. But there was a lot of girls that I was actually really good friends with. And then I would look up the IP addresses and realize that it was their mom.
Yeah, that's awkward.
And I was like, I don't know.
I need you to figure out how to do that again so you can start doing
I can definitely figure it out. Like, it's something that I did it like 10 years ago now. So it's like, I don't really like think about it. But
it's honestly probably easier to do it now. I stopped doing it because it was a little heartbreaking to see the reason why I stopped looking up IP addresses and all that and my cyber hacking skills was because there was one year that I was Miss Fort Worth and my sister title holder who was Miss Dallas. I found out that it was her mom that was trashing me.
Gosh.
And it hurt me so much because I remember we would go out to dinner with this girl's family and my parents loved her parents. And sometimes it's better to realize that, okay, people are going to talk crap because they feel like they can. And it's better to not know who they are and then actually know who they are and not face it, which, I don't know. I mean, bad advice, I guess. But, just it's a lot more heartbreaking to realize where it's coming from.
I had this idea for a TV show, right? And I was just thinking of a title just now, what I would call it. So it would be something like Behind the Keyboard Tracking Internet Trolls, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, that'd be the best.
And then you get people, like normal everyday people. It doesn't even have to be celebrities. Normal everyday people that get trashed on social media. And then that person goes with investigators to go find out who the person is doing all that stuff. That would be so interesting.
That really would be.
And then just confirm confront that person, like, why are you doing this?
Because a lot of time I feel like it's somebody you know. Like, the only ones that bug me are the ones that I feel like they're somebody that were either a Big Brother alumni or someone that knows, like, actual information about us. Because I would get messages and I'm like, this is they know too much. Yeah, it's too, and so I'm like, I just want to know who this one's from. Not like the ones that are very short and like vague or whatever, but like the ones that are specific and knowing my, like, what hurts my feelings. I'm like, they're close in my life, I feel like.
Yeah.
They know
but the
how to
other
get under
thing
my skin.
is even when, well, I guess two things. So when I'm sure that if someone listens to this and they really wanted to find out who it was, they could, because they could be like, oh, who was Miss Dallas when she was Miss Fort Worth? But it was so funny because my dad actually did confront this girl's mom. And instead of, my parents, everything I know about savagery, I learned from my parents. But, instead of like the mom being like, oh, I'm so sorry that I said this about your daughter, she was like, you're invading our privacy. You are she was like, cyber hacking is illegal.
That's a sign of a narcissist.
And it was like, wait, that's not the point. Like, the point is that you said this online about my daughter.
Yeah, you're an adult woman.
Yeah,
it's just like you find out someone's cheating and they're like, how did you find out? Instead of being like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, that's a sign of a bad relationship.
To us, and we were like, okay, whatever.
Wow.
So again, sometimes things are just better left as a mystery. And I don't know. I mean,
but at the same time, you knew to kind of stay away from them then, Yeah. Right? Like, not share
it's hard
personal.
because I really did like the girl, my sister title holder, and we're friends. And I know that, of course, like, everything that the mom said was probably, because when you're in a competitive environment, similar to Big Brother, of course that girl's gonna say things about me and, whatever. But I really did, like, miss her friendship. So I was like, okay, well, I don't know.
It all comes from jealousy too, or like feeling insecure about something else.
In pageants,
So.
Yeah, and then also with the pageants, like, the boy forums were kind of used as like a tool. Which, gosh, if this was like a thing in Big Brother, it'd be horrible, because the boy forums were kind of used as a tool to like get in people's heads. So like right around pageant time, it would get really bad, and then you would go compete in the preliminaries, and you would go back to your hotel room, and pull up the message boards on your phone and be like, ooh, I wonder if people liked my performance.
Right,
but you don't realize, like, of course, no one's going to like your performance because it's all of your competitors and
yeah, you're right.
So, it was a really, it was a really toxic, dangerous place, and it really prepared me for Reddit.
Yeah,
and then the other thing that I wanted to say that's also really funny is, so then in the dance world, after I tried out for Dallas Cowboy Cheerleader, and then I danced for the Mavericks for 3 years, and also the dance world also has a dance forum that people go on and talk shit about professional. Yeah, everyone has a forum. Everyone's a critic. Everyone has a keyboard. But I realized that at the time, when I was seeing people say bad things about me and, dealing with all this, all the trolls, it was, of course, like, hard at the time because who wants to see bad things about them? But then once my dance career was over and, the newer crop of girls was up and coming and people were talking about them, I saw myself like reading and being like, wait, what about me? Like, don't remember I'm a bad dancer too. Like, wait, remember I looked fat too. Like, you kind of like, cause the haters really do keep you relevant. And once people aren't talking about you anymore, that's when you know that, like, okay, I guess you're not relevant anymore. Yeah. Which is really messed up. And I guess that's how Kim Kardashian gets her fame. But I don't know, if you're in this business, you just kind of got to deal with people talking about you and hope that they're not as savage as the pageant boy forums.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. For sure. And that's kind of an interesting point to make. And now that you're out, you're seeing that, but you're also using that to propel your marketing career. So now what's next for you, right? What's on the timetable? What do you have planned, or what are you hoping for? Are you just kind of going with the flow?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, really just going with the flow. And y'all know how this is. I've said this so many times, but it is kind of, not a lot of people can really understand what the transition back into the real world is like coming from Big Brother.
Yep.
I feel like I'm on a hamster wheel, that I'm like spinning my wheels as fast as I can, trying to like kind of, catch up, but there's always either something new to do, or I could literally work every single hour of the day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week until the end of the year, and still have more to do, because it's overwhelming, but I love it. And I thrive on working and kind of, making, kind of building somewhat of an empire from what I guess I've had. I don't want to be, I don't know. I mean, I didn't go on the show just to be like a mindless influencer. Nothing, I mean, not that there's anything wrong with mindless influencers, but because I come from a marketing background, I do know that there is a business behind it.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to be smart in everything that I do and looking towards, the next big picture. So I'm going to be using my own personal channel, my Instagram, my YouTube channel, my Twitter, things like that, to of course, like personally market myself for now because people are interested in it.
Yeah.
But eventually I want to use that and the experiences that I've learned to be able to open my own marketing agency and be able to use what I've learned from marketing myself and be able to market other businesses.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah, that's
fair
a good
enough.
plan.
That's exciting. So, no, we definitely wish you the best with that. And you never know what can happen, right? Just go down that road and see what doors open up and take the opportunities as they come for
and
sure.
then, of course, if there's an all-star season, call me.
Is your YouTube channel just Kathryn Dunn, or is it under? Okay.
Yeah, where can people find you on Instagram?
Yeah, so YouTube is actually kind of a new thing. I just started it after leaving the show. So it's a little janky, but it's actually really, like, I have a really good editor, so he makes it really funny. So go check it out. But I have a video. There was one that when Nic first came to see me in Dallas, we YouTubed the entire thing. There's another video where I talk about the conspiracy of Marilyn Monroe's death. And then another video where it's me, Cliff, and Nicole going to Canada for that Cowboys Canada Cowboys Calgary appearance.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's some fun stuff. And then I have some other fun content coming. So follow me on YouTube. It's just Kathryn Dunn. And then Instagram is Kat Dunn, KATDUNN. Twitter, if you want to follow me and not troll me, it's Kathryn Dunn.
Okay.
So,
all right, perfect. Well, hey, thank you so much for being on the show. We appreciate you coming on, taking your time to talk with us.
Oh, thanks for having me. It's honestly, like, I'm honored that I'm on your show.
Well, we're happy you enjoyed it. So thank you so much, and you have a good rest of your day.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. All right, bye.
Bye.
Bye. So we really hope you guys enjoyed the interview. I don't like calling it interview.
Or conversation.
We really hope you guys enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah.
Hope you learned something that you didn't know. And she's very bubbly. Yeah.
Yeah, she is.
She's very bubbly, really nice. Yeah, she was fun to talk to. But I think Nicole now has one of the favorite things that you guys like to do.
Weird or normal?
Weird or normal.
Okay, so is it weird or normal to, in the winter, sleep with a fan in the window and turn up the heat?
I think that's weird.
Yeah, it is. I get in trouble from my dad when I sleep over at my parents' house and I do that, but I get so hot.
Well, okay, so this is where we have the problem, right? It's finding that perfect temperature for the heater in the house.
Yeah.
And then, but sometimes, so we have, I don't know what this is called here in our house.
It's what is it? Hot water heater.
Yeah, it's a watt hotter. It's a watt hotter heater.
It's a hot water heater all along the floorboards.
Yeah, basically we have a copper pipe that runs all the way around our house, all over the floor, right, in every room, and the hot water runs through it, and that heats our house, which is very economical, right?
Yeah.
It's very, very cheap to heat the house, and it actually works really, really well.
True.
Sometimes to the demise that it works too well, because once you heat it up to that temperature, it's hard to go backwards, right? Once it goes hot, it's hard to not make it hot because it's not like cold water runs through the pipes.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't work like that. So for us, finding the perfect temperature is hard. But then this is where the kicker is. If Nicole puts the fan in the window, which she does sometimes, we go to sleep, right? It's not like she wakes up in the middle of the night and clicks it off, right? And the fan turns off or there's a timer on it. So a lot of times you'll wake up in the middle of the night and like, oh my gosh.
Victor has icicles on his nose hairs.
It's freezing.
My dogs,
in
my
here.
poor little dogs, so when I do sleep at my parents, my dad, this is the problem over there, is they have wood stove heat, and that gets very, very warm.
And so for people that don't know what a wood stove heat is, basically in the basement, you literally have what looks like an old 17th century oven, and you throw wood in there, and then that heats up the house.
And it works well.
That works even more.
Too well. And
it's a sauna in there
so
in the winter.
they get it stoked up for the night, and then I keep my bedroom door closed because I don't want the heat in there, but it still gets hot. And so then I crack the window open a tiny bit and put a fan like over in that area. And lately I've been freezing one of my dogs. Beyonce is able to stay with me through the night, but Paris can't handle it. So I've been having to drop her off in the middle of the night in my parents' house. But It's not. I don't think it's normal to do that.
No, I don't think it's normal either. And
but I love fans.
What's funny is I remember when we were living. That seems like so long ago. When we were living in your parents' basement.
2 years.
Yeah, we were living in your parents' basement, and the first time winter came around. And that heater was on, and we were in the room downstairs, and I was like, Nicole, I am going to die.
Yeah.
I cannot. It was like, this is the sound that I can describe. It was more like, like I was like, oh my God, I cannot. Like, we got to crack a window or
it's
something.
Like SpongeBob got all the water sucked out of the sponge.
I can't breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. And, but props to Dave, her dad, because he is economical with that. He's smart, right?
He chops all his wood. It's a very hard process, and we load it up. I'm actually going to do a Midwest Monday video on that.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, actually. And they have to chop. And the wood that he uses now is not wood that you just chopped, right? You have to do this. You have to prepare that years in advance because it has to dry.
And they like love the heat. My dogs love the heat. They go lay by the stove. And
I hate it. It'll be in March, and it'll be so hot in the house. And I go over there and I start opening all the sliding doors so I can get some air flowing in there.
We do it without my dad knowing.
Oh, cut the AC on.
Oh God, no.
He's like the guy that has like that tingling sensor, and like as soon as you touch the AC, he runs in there. Who touched the thermostat?
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like they have everything, but yet they don't want to use it because he doesn't want it to go bad. Like, if he doesn't have to use the air or the actual heat, he's just like, nah, I'm not going to use it.
Same with if you really want to get under Dave's skin, and I love this is me and Dave have an amazing relationship. We're like bros, right? And so we like to mess with each other a lot. So if he's out and about, and they're gone or whatever, and Nicole and I go to the house and then we leave, I'll just say, oh yeah, I just made sure to set the AC for you. And
or
he's like, wait, what? You turn on the AC? Yeah, just so it's nice. No. Go make sure the AC's off. Make sure that's shut off. Or did you turn off all the lights in the house before you guys left? Yeah, I think so.
Right. No.
You think so, or do you know so?
Yep. That's just just the typical dad where everything. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
Don't even look at it. I don't know.
Except for he does give in to me. I don't know if it's because I'm just the girl.
It's because you're daddy's little girl.
Yeah, because I also don't back down.
Yeah.
I'm just like...
You are persistent. I can attest to that.
It was so sad because, I was leaving the window open quite largely, and he has to get up for work at like 4:30 in the morning.
Oh, before he retired. Yep.
No, just now.
Oh, because he had
and sometimes 3 o'clock because of the snow.
Yep.
And he has long hair right now, and he has to shower. And he told my mom, it's really cold in the house. I wonder if Nicole would keep the window closed.
Aww.
Like, telling my mom, like, because it's really hard for me to get up in the morning and shower. And I felt so bad. I'm like, Dad, really? You can't just tell me? Yes, I'll keep the window shut. So now I keep it open so tiny that he doesn't even know, and I close it at 2 a.m. That's what I've been doing the last week, and he hasn't said anything. And my mom hasn't said anything because she would tell me if you knew.
Yeah.
So
Good thing your dad doesn't listen to the podcast.
I drastically cut back, but I felt so bad. I'm like, Dad, just tell me. But he doesn't want to like.
Hurt
he
your
just
feelings.
knows when I get really hot, it induces like anxiety.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So Nicole.
Spanish word of the day.
Spanish word of the day. I got one for you, and it's so easy. It's so easy. Anybody can get it.
I hate when you say that.
It's
really hard then.
It's so easy. All right, you ready for it?
Yep.
Ventana.
Ventana.
Ventana. Ventana.
Thanksgiving.
No. Ventana.
Vehicle.
No, that would be vehículo.
Okay.
But ventana. We just talked about it. You said the word like 5 times.
Wood stove. Heat. Fan.
What do you leave open?
Window.
Ventana.
Dang it.
Ventana. Ventana.
Keep the ventanas open.
Yes, ventana. Ooh, excuse me. I did not mean to do that. Okay, so now to close this up, we are going to do our reviews. And Nicole is now going to scramble to her phone and go look at a review and see if she can find one real quick. But Vic came prepared. So I will go first. All right, here we go.
Oh, I like this one.
Which one? What's it called?
Love, love, love.
Okay, I'm going to do Laugh Out Loud Funny.
Okay.
5 stars by Alex. Nic and Vic, I listen to your podcast on my commute to work, and this podcast makes me laugh out loud. When I am on the train, people look at me like I'm some crazy girl, but this podcast is totally worth it. I've been following you two since Big Brother, and your vibes together are couple goals. Love you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
That is awesome. And
I love when I'm like on a train or a plane and I like am laughing and then everyone looks at me and they're like, wow, she's really happy.
I love when I get laugh attacks in the most weird places. And
I love and hate those.
Yeah, people just look and like, or even if people that know me but don't know when I'm laughing and just get a laugh attack. Oh, I love it. And it feels
Last night
good.
I had one of those.
Don't those feel so good? Like
Yeah.
you laugh so hard where it like hurts your abs.
You
but
can't
it's like,
even speak the terms.
Yeah, and it's just such a good feeling afterwards. You just like, oh, that was a good laugh.
Wow, we got a lot of really good podcasts, or a lot of good reviews.
Yeah, go ahead, go for it.
This one is from Running Kate. It's called Love, 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 5 stars. I love the dynamic between Victor and Nicole. Their chemistry is so obvious. I truly feel like I'm sitting down with two of my friends. They aren't putting on a show or forcing anything. They are just entertaining because of who they genuinely are. While this podcast is very casual and easy to listen to, I was surprised by how professional they are with guests. They never talk over people or dominate conversations. They do a great job of leading the conversation, asking interesting questions, and giving their guests a chance to be heard. I just can't say enough good things about Victor and Nicole, both as podcasters and as people. I'm rooting for them in all aspects of life, and I'm excited to see what the future holds for them as they become a family.
Aww.
That was sweet.
That is sweet. And don't worry, when we do have a family, I'll get the baby on the podcast and I'll ask the baby questions. I'm not sure if they'll answer, but we'll do our best to ask some interesting questions.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We do have merchandise out. There is a lot of shirt sizes sold out, but I do have other colors coming in long sleeves and such.
Oh, long sleeves.
But they're not, they won't be in yet.
That's awesome.
They could be maybe in possibly by this podcast, but we did run out of a lot of sizes, and I'm sorry about that. But
that
that's
is
great.
awesome. That means, and that's a good thing because
Mm-hmm.
on the business side, that means you did a good job accounting for what would be sold.
Right.
So I am happy that we don't just have a bunch of extra shirts lying around. And Nicole, go ahead and close us out, babe. You got this. I believe in you.
Oh crap, Vic, that's you.
So don't forget to rate, review.
So don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, the little purple app on your phone.
The little purple app on your phone or anywhere you listen to podcasts. Oh, no, I don't say that yet.
No, go ahead.
Oh, Victor, you go.
You got it, babe. You got it, babe. You can listen to us.
You can listen to us on Spotify,
Google Play,
iTunes, Stitcher, our website, www.cococalientepodcast.com, or anywhere else you listen to podcasts. That's where that comes in.
There you go.
Don't forget to check out our merchandise on our website and
Follow us on
Twitter at Coco Caliente Pod and Instagram at Coco Caliente Podcast. We appreciate you guys so much, and you guys make this
all worth it.
All worth it. A dream job.
It is. It is a dream job. It's a dream side gig because it's not a career for us.
That's true.
We do this for fun, really. So we really appreciate you guys. No, thank you, and have a good day.
Woo!